Okay, let's talk about the book of Revelation. When I say that, what pops into your head? For a lot of people, it's, complex codes, scary beasts, some kind of secret timeline for the end of the world. It's got this reputation for being the most mysterious, most sealed-off book in the entire Bible. But what if that's completely wrong? What if the key to understanding the whole thing has been hiding in plain sight, right in the final chapter?
So that's the big question we're tackling today. We're going to push back on that popular idea, and we're going to do it by looking at what the book actually says about itself. Is it really some locked-away secret meant only for a future generation? Or is it something totally different?
All right, so where do we start? Well, maybe the biggest clue about how to read this book comes from a direct command given to the guy who wrote it, the Apostle John. And you find it right at the very end, in chapter 22.
And there it is. Seriously, right there in black and white. The instruction isn't hide this, lock this up, or make this a secret code. It's the exact opposite. Seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book. I mean, it doesn't get much clearer than that. It's a direct order to leave it wide open.
And, just in case there's any doubt, the original Greek word here is totally unambiguous. The word is sphragisis, and it literally means to put a seal on something, to lock it, secure it, hide it away. So the angel is telling John, point blank, do not do that. This isn't a friendly suggestion, it's a command. The message is meant to be accessible.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. That command to John, it becomes even more powerful when you put it side by side with a totally different instruction given centuries earlier to the prophet Daniel.
Just look at this. It's a night and day difference. On the one hand, you have Daniel, and he's told, shut up the words and seal the book because its meaning was for a far-off future, the time of the end. But then, fast forward hundreds of years to John, and he gets the complete opposite command, seal not. Wow. I mean, the contrast is it's jarring. One message is locked away for the future, and the other is for right now.
So this brings up a pretty big question, right? Why the total flip-flop? Why tell one prophet to lock it up and the other to leave it wide open for everybody?
And the reason is right there in the second half of that verse from Revelation we just looked at. It gives the reason. For the time is at hand. That little phrase is the key. Something huge, something game-changing happened in the centuries between Daniel and John.
And here's the thing you have to understand about that phrase, the time is at hand. The Greek word for time here is kairos, and that's not just about ticking minutes on a clock. Kairos means the right time, the opportune moment, the decisive appointed season. So when the angel says the kairos is at hand, it's a massive signal that the moment Daniel's prophecy was pointing towards, well, it's finally here.
This timeline really lays it all out perfectly. Think about it. For centuries, you have prophets like Daniel pointing to a future fulfillment, so their message gets sealed up. Then, bam, the cross. That is the Kairos moment. That's when Jesus says, it is finished, the temple veil rips in two, and the great mystery is thrown wide open. And that is why John gets the command, seal not. The appointed time has been fulfilled. The book is open because the person the whole story is about has finally been unveiled.
Okay, so what does this all mean for us, living today? If Revelation isn't a locked book about the future, but an open one, then it has to be a message for the here and now.
You see, when you look at it this way, everything shifts. Revelation stops being some secret escape plan to get out of here. Instead, it becomes what its name actually means. The word apocalypse literally means an unveiling. It's an unveiling of Jesus as the true victor and king. Its whole purpose isn't to terrify us about what's coming, but to empower the church right here on earth today. It's a message for the now.
So we'll leave you with this thought to chew on. If the book of Revelation was intentionally left open, unsealed, unlocked, because the most important moment in history has already happened, then it can't be just a coded map for the distant future. It has to be a message for us, for today. And that leaves us with a huge question, doesn't it? What is that message trying to tell us about how to live right now, in the light of a victory that's already been won?